and today is Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. Here we are at 11/11, and we got about 7 weeks left for the rest of this year, and the copper prices have been very steady. Now, before we get further into some of these prices, let's talk about a few things that can help you make more money with your scrap. Number one, become a Patreon supporter. You'll be able to get extra tips and tricks throughout the week by little notifications getting pushed to you. You're not looking to spend a couple of extra bucks a month, not a huge deal. You can always download the iScrap app to your iPhone or your Droid. Of course, it's free to download, and it's free to get some of the basic tips that we send out during the week. Whether it's metal prices, update on the markets, steel updates, all different tricks or blog posts that we have. We have all types of things that we update throughout the week, so if you're looking for more information, by all means, download the iScrap app today and you can get some of those push notifications sent to you. We'll try to do our weekly report every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, so if you're looking to ask any questions, by all means, ask away. If we get to those questions during the live report, great. If we don't, make sure you ask them and we will go and answer them afterwards if another scrapper doesn't answer them by the time we get to it. So without further ado, let's talk about some of the scrap prices over the last week. Now, many of you know that we have most likely a brand new president months, and there's going to be a lot of different things time, but without us really seeing some of the policy shifts, some of the Senate races, some other things actually settle down and then be decided, we have a lot of questions that are yet to be answered for another month or two. As it looks right now, though, it looks like we're going to have a relatively strong market for the rest of the year. We've seen oil prices gaining since the Pfizer vaccine announcement came out on Monday, November 9th. We saw oil prices up about 8% this week. Why that's happening? Well, it's happening for one reason, because the travel industry could be returning, which means an increased demand on planes, cruise ships, and also people driving in their cars, which would have an uptick in oil demand. We've also seen other things buoy and kind of domino effect from there. With the oil prices jumping, we saw an increased pricing on steel. So let's talk about that for a little while. In our minds, from the research that we've done throughout this year, with such turmoil and such weird things going on, we've seen a very strong steel market, all things considered. The market is up when you compare it to the first quarter of this year. So here we are in quarter 4 with a month and a half left, and we still see very strong steel prices. We've seen prices reported anywhere from $80 to $150 per ton for light iron. We've talked about this many times. There's always going to be varying differentiated prices depending on where you are in the country and who you're selling to. Other things that we've seen, copper prices have remained trading over $3 per pound for 25 straight sessions. What does that mean? For 5 weeks in a row, we have seen a stable copper market trading between $3 and $3.21. Why is that important? Well, it means that scrap yards have a stable pricing market, even though there are jumps, 3 to 5 cents a pound per day that we've seen. We haven't seen 10, 12, 15 cent jumps, and that is positive news. Now, with that positive news, we're continuing to watch these markets, trying to figure out where they're going to go into 2021, but the levels that they're at right now should stabilize themselves for the rest of 2020, and we should see these prices throughout the holidays to give you a better idea on where the markets are going to be. Now, we always have people asking us, when should I sell my scrap? Especially as we lead into the holiday season where people need extra dollars for holiday gifts. So this might be a good time to really pay close attention and, of course, post your prices. If you post your prices online, you'll be able to remember prices that you got. Also, you'll be contributing to a scrap community, and we at iScrap are able to take these prices to come up with more accurate national averages. So these are things that help everyone. Oh, what did I sell my copper for? I threw my receipt away. Well, if you posted your prices online, you'll be able to go back and reference those with your name, date, and the material, and it's free to be able to post that. So it helps you, it helps local scrappers that are in your area, and it helps the nation as a whole to be able to get a better idea on where the average prices for scrap are for people that are turning in at the scrapyard, opposed to just trader prices.
Aluminum. Aluminum recently has really been very strong. Many are thinking that some of the tariffs are going to be lifted in the next 6 months, but we have seen price increases anywhere from 5 to 10 cents per pound for multiple grades of aluminum. Why this is important? First price shifts that we've seen in about 2 years, and we're really happy for that. With these prices increasing recently, we're able to see the market moving in a positive direction. Scrapyards have been paying more money for basic items like sheet aluminum and cast aluminum, and these are again positive changes as we haven't seen much aluminum movement in the upwards trends in almost 2 years. Now, people have asked us about stainless steel prices, and while we're not going to talk specifically about stainless, we are going to talk about that nickel industry a little more in depth. With the vaccination coming out in the coming months from multiple companies leading with Pfizer, what we're going to start to see is an increased travel demand. An increased travel demand means that planes that have been put on the sidelines and not being getting used are going to start to be used again. More planes will start to be built, and you're going to see the higher temperature metals start to have an increased demand. The nickel products, Inconel, Monel, titanium. Stainless steel has a lot of nickel in it. This will be grouped into that, so we expect the first half of 2021 to see a nice increased market there, because we're not going to see a lot of that for the rest of this year, and 2020 has been relatively flat when it comes to those different nickel alloys. What else have we seen? Aluminum up, copper up, palladium doing very strong, rhodium in the catalytic converter market hitting all-time record highs. The team over at rrcats.com has been quoting customers on their catalytic converters via picture and serial number, and we're able to help you get a better idea on where those prices are. With rhodium topping $14,000 per ounce, we haven't seen palladium and platinum being as aggressive, but the prices still have held strong, with platinum around $850 and palladium in the $950 range. Now, of course, you're not going to find bars of palladium. If you do, please let me know, because I might buy them from you, but after getting them tested, of course. But with rhodium hitting record highs, people might think that the catalytic converter prices are going to go up and explode. Don't forget, rhodium is not the primary metal inside of catalytic converters. Generally, you're going to see palladium and platinum be the two leaders in that space. So don't get overly excited that your prices aren't hitting records, because you're not going to see it completely affected, as it's only a part of many catalytic converters. Now, the markets, they've been moving well. We've seen nice market movement. Aluminum sheet prices are up. Catalytic converter prices have been stable, if not up. We've seen copper prices stable for 5 weeks in a row. That's excellent news. You know, we talk about it all the time. Stability is the thing that we want to be able to see in the scrap metal market. So you know what you're going to get. The scrapyard knows what they're going to sell for, and it just makes everyone a little more comfortable. And these are positive things that we want to see develop over the next few weeks and months as a new presidency begins, as we look to have new political things getting put into place, new trading practices, and we'll clue you in over the next 2 to 3 weeks as we see some of the policy shifts coming. Hopefully, we'll see the oil prices staying at higher levels than they are. Yes, that's going to lead to higher gas prices, but with the U.S. continuing to be exporting natural gas and oil products, that is going to help us see some of those steel prices going up as oil has a higher demand. Yes, you're going to see gas prices increasing, but with prices at lows that we haven't seen in multiple years, we're still in a very positive place. Scrappers, this is Tom from the iScrap app. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. We look forward to your questions, your ideas, your social media posts. This week we highlighted a social media post with a little comic talking about the Wizard of Oz. So if you're looking to get a little laugh, check out our social media page and ask to become a member of our scrapping group, where a lot of people share ideas, how they make money, and things that they look for while they're out there scrapping, whether it's items on the side of the road or how they take things apart. Scrappers, this is Tom from the iScrap app. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. Remember, every Wednesday at 1 p.m. we try to go live. And if you have any questions, because you can't watch us live, just comment below or check us out on YouTube as well. Until next week, Scrappers, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll scrap you later.